Hello, my name is Neil Tarello. I'm a senior lecturer of innovation and entrepreneurship at the Cornell University S.C. Johnson College of Business in the United States. And I am here as part of a program, a partnership between Mahindra University's School of Management and Cornell University's College of Business. And what we're doing together is helping to help Mahindra first-year students understand entrepreneurship. So I am here teaching for 1 week, and we are just finishing up the week with our students. Today, our students are launching businesses that they have conceived over the last 3 or 4 days. So publishing websites this evening, it's a very exciting time for the class. In June, 41 of our students will be coming to Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, and I will be hosting them for a 2-week program to learn more about entrepreneurship and give them a global perspective about entrepreneurship. I do this by sharing my experience, really almost all of my life as an entrepreneur, and giving them the benefit of the mistakes that I've made starting businesses, growing businesses, and selling businesses, so that hopefully they don't have to make the same mistakes. I really work on a philosophy of teaching entrepreneurship is really about experiencing it. So for me, it's like riding a bicycle or playing cricket. You can read about it all you'd like to read, but until you actually do it, you really don't understand it. So this class, this program for all of our students is about doing things to learn and to understand. And hopefully we're making connections for our students, not just for those who are interested in starting businesses, but also for those who are interested in learning about how entrepreneurs think and behave and how we can apply those things to our personal lives and our professional lives.
How we deliver that value, how our customers get the value proposition from us. It is not the business. If you are creating a business that you're thinking of as an app, you are going to have a short life as a business. You always have to frame it in terms of problems and solutions, because someday we're going to have something else besides apps. I had a team come and see me. We talked about Amazon? No, you all talked about Amazon. This is a great example. Amazon has an app. Why can't I have an app? Well, what you don't know, before you were aware of this, maybe even before you were born, Amazon simply had a website. And that website was about selling used textbooks. That's how Amazon started. They didn't have products to drop ship to your home. They just had textbooks. And a lot of professors used to make a lot of money selling their old textbooks to Amazon, and then Amazon would resell them to students. Students made money doing that. They reduced their costs. So it was a very interesting business model. Over time, Amazon said, wow, wait a minute, we have this great way, this great logistic system that we can reach many, many people. Why not just do something besides textbooks? And they then started with audio, with CDs, the old-fashioned CD audio. They started with that, and then they started getting into retail, and before you know it, they became what they are today. The app didn't come until much, much later. Someday, I can envision us having a chip implanted in our heads that we push over our head like this, and we'll be able to access the internet. Who knows, right? I would never have thought of an app. I would never have thought of something like ChatGPT. You heard ChatGPT? Yeah. I no longer give my exams on computers because of ChatGPT. Things change. We have to be focused on problem and solution so that when technology changes the world, our business will keep pace with it and will be successful. Does that make sense?
Hello everyone, this is Vihita from Mahindra University, majoring in Business Administration. Recently I have taken a class, an entrepreneurship class from Professor Neil Tarello, who is from Cornell University. I want to share my experience. You know, the one thing that fascinated me the most is how many professors are, PhD based, but this professor was different. He was a professor at practice. You know how amazing it is to learn from an entrepreneur himself, because that gives us a real perspective. His class was designed in such a way that we all were very engaged and enjoying and doing all the work. It was pretty interactive, and that's a good one. You see, many classes are mostly theory-based class, but his one was practical one, where we all were pretty engaged. So you see, I've learned a lot of important things in his class. Like, I always used to think that entrepreneurship is about waiting and seeing an opportunity and then filling it. But that's not the case. An entrepreneurship creates an opportunity himself and fills value in it. And when you actually take the opportunity and create a brand, we all assume that a brand is just about the product, the interiors, and how it looks. But no, that's completely wrong. It's about the social connection and the bond that we make, which creates a stronger brand. You see, we all assume that people just buy the products, but no, they buy the solutions to their problems, which creates a stronger brand. That is what we should be focusing about. And entrepreneurship create a lot of social connections and many contacts. You see, it's all about contacts. It's not goal driven, it's means driven. You see what means you have and then act on it. And when you learn all these real things coming from a real entrepreneur himself, you see the real perspective, the real deal, and you'll be like, oh, that's actually true. So in that way, this class was pretty good. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Dhruv Krishna Agrawal, first year EBADD. I would like to share my thoughts on the entrepreneurship class that we just took with Professor Neil. To start off, we started the class with some really interesting topics such as effectual thinking, exploring opportunities, being unique, and the most important and my favorite one, which was understanding people and connecting with them. Apparently, whatever deals with people tends to be my favorite topic because, of course, what a marketing agent like me would love. This class gave us an opportunity to create our own company. Now, to state the obvious, being in a business school, we are supposed to create n number of companies. But this time we started off to understand a specific part of business, which was creating a minimum viable product in order to test it out in the market, to understand how market will react, how the needs and wants of people, and etc. Now, these 5 days with Professor Neil was more than just entrepreneurship. What excited me the most was this class was not just about entrepreneurship, but it also gave us an opportunity to explore our interest, my network, my fear, and my excitements. What impacted me the most about this class was also not about entrepreneurship, but it was certainly that one thing that Professor Lee said, which was whatever you do is not worth it as long as you're not happy doing it.
For me, entrepreneurship is about controlling my future. Entrepreneurs create their own future. They create the paths that they choose to take rather than relying on others to make the paths for them to follow.